is an expression in English, something about the rain in Spain falling mainly on the plain 2 weeks ago. The snow in Lonato put an end to the show. Welcome to La Conca. I'm delighted to join you from southern Italy, and we have got a beautiful day of sunshine, 17 degrees here for the third round of the WSK Supermaster Series at arguably the most beautiful circuit in the world. This is Ian Silvestrin joining you for our live coverage of the four finals here this afternoon, starting with the mini final. The 34 karts are on the grid, as you can see here at La Conca Muro Lucchese. Yes, we did have to abandon Lonato 2 weeks ago. It was -6 degrees. It's 21 degrees warmer than that here today at La Conca Muro Lucchese in the bottom of Italy. Bellissima Puglia, beautiful Puglia, Salento, just a few miles from the coast, the Adriatic Sea, where on a clear day you can see all the way across to Albania. The karts are on the grid. It is going to be Andrea Antonelli to start out of pole position. Thank you for joining us live all around the world for our exclusive coverage of this, the most spectacular international karting series. This is the Supermasters Series. Blue skies, that is such a relief. We've all become meteorologists since Lonato. We've all become experts on the weather, discussing which is the best weather app. But it's a dry, clear day today. 17 degrees as you look at the mini karts. Andrea Antonelli to the left of your screen, 501 for the Energy Kart team. And to the outside of the front row of the grid is Jacopo Ximenez. You look at Andrea Antonelli, recently announced that he is under the watchful eye of Toto Wolff and the AMG Mercedes team, the second generation racer, along with his father Marco Antonelli, GT and sports car racer of note. It's a beautiful sight here, the karts here on this beautiful circuit, and we are delighted to say, as you look at the Evo kart of Jacopo Ximenez in the 538, starting out of grid number 2. Yes, they are the grid girls. This is not F1. This is top-level international karting, complete with beautiful Italian grid girls. And we're delighted to say they will stay with us for the remainder of the series. That is Kirill Kuchkov, the Russian, in the second Energy Kart, 503. Starting out of grid number 3, alongside Christian Canibo-Bertuca, number 534 from Milan. So it's two energies. There is Christian from Milan in northern Italy. Two energies and two Evo karts on the front four positions. And then the third row of the grid, it is all Paralin. Josh Irfan in the baby race Paralin kart. There is the Londoner who won 7 days ago at Lonato, the famous Andrea Margutti Trophy. The baby race Paralin out of grid number 5 alongside Timur Kuharcek, who finished second at the opening round of the series 6 weeks ago at Adria Karting Raceway. Paralin, Evo Kart and Energy, those three manufacturers have dominated the mini category over the past 12 months. There is the American Ashkay Bora, who qualified on pole position on Friday night with a time of 52.843. Starts this one out of grid number 7 alongside Martina Stensone, who won at Adria. The third generation Norwegian out of grid number 8, the 551 Paralin, as we take a moment to appreciate the beautiful grid girls that leave the circuit at this beautiful circuit here at La Conca. What a fantastic sight this is as we get ready to go racing for the first of our four finals here this afternoon. Once again, welcome to wherever you are watching our coverage from all around the world on WSK.it. As we try our best not to be distracted. The 1 minute board goes up here at La Conca. This is our first of four finals. We started with 75 drivers here this weekend, down to 68 for the pre-finals. And this is the final 34 about to race over 10 laps of this 1,250 metre circuit here at Le Conca. The carts fire into life. We'll check out the grid for you. Antonelli, Jimenez, the front row. Kutskov, Bertuca, the second row. Josh Irfan, Martinez, Stensone, the third row. And then all the way from the USA, it's Ashkay Bora, the American, the fastest qualifier on Friday night, alongside Stensone. Jonathan Vavart, Joel Bergstrom has been impressive in the Formula K kart. Starts out at grid number 10. Sixth row of the grid, it's MFLAC back for another crack at the Italian track. There is the Energy Course pilot, 504, alongside Francesco Marenghi. Brando Badoer on the podium at Adria, or alongside Alexander Gubenko. Sebastian Kinmark, Karol Pashovic, who did have a big accident in the heats yesterday in turn number 6. Starts on the 8th row of the grid. On the 9th row of the grid, it's Nikita Johnson. We'll take a moment to speak about Nikita. He's from Gulfport in Florida. His father, Obi, watching on from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, was third fastest in qualifying on Friday night. And he's being coached, mentored this weekend by the legendary 6 times world champion Mike Wilson, the second American in this field, along with Ashkay Bora. Nikita Johnson starts on the 9th row of the grid alongside Francesco Pulito. Christian Ho, the Singaporean, on the 10th row alongside the Belgian Ian Eichmans. Hello to all our friends watching in Belgium, where we understand today it is snowing. There's Ian Eichmans, the bright yellow fluorescent helmet of the Speedwear.be entry, another of the prolific energy karts. Watch for young Ian to come storming through the bright yellow helmet from grid number 20. We are ready for the start. The first of our finals here this afternoon in beautiful sunshine at arguably the most beautiful circuit on the planet. This is Le Conca Muro-Lechese World Circuit. This is our first final. This is Andrea Antonelli on pole. To the left of your screen, he leads them up to the line. And we go green. The field swarm across to the inside. Antonelli with a perfect start. And Kirill Kuchkov in the second energy makes it the team from Bergamo 1 and 2. Aggressive from the Paralin karts. The Evo karts have been pushed back to 5th and 6th. That's Jacopo Jimenez and Christian Bertuca. Jimenez in particular has fallen back to about 7th or 8th spot. Brilliant start by Timur Kuharczyk. The pole in the Paralin 577 already up into position number 3, but the energy karts are walking away with this one on this, the opening of 10 laps. The 60cc mini final here at Le Conca. Martinez Stensone also trying to make a move. The Norwegian Josh Irfan was pushed into the grass as they come across the line for the first time. Stensone goes through in P3. Kuharczyk back to 4th. Ashkay Bora 5. Bertuca 6th. Then it's Josh Irfan, Badoer, Jonathan Vavart, and Giacomo Jimenez back in 10th spot. It's getting hectic on the opening laps. Oscar Pedersen goes through in the Luxor kart, the Swede. And unfortunately, we've already lost Francesco Amendola. And from Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, where there are plenty of you watching from the Dubai Autodrome and Dubai Kartdrome, where Keanu has done a lot of racing over the years, but unfortunately today, his race is effectively over. Back to the front, and Andrea Antonelli leads the energy kart charge. They come across the line. Josh Irfan starting to recover in the baby race Paralin. There's MFLAC going through ahead of Brando Badoer. Martinez Stensone. Oh, Josh Irfan out in the grass. Oh, that's cost the Brit a ton of time. He loses about 5 or 6 positions. Antonelli still the leader from Kutskov. Josh Irfan, there goes the Brit through a long way back through the field. He was in position number 4. Kutskov being caught by Martinez Stensone, winner of the first round of the Supermaster Series at Adria. Goes side by side. down through the chicane with Kirill Kutzkov, the Russian, into the hairpin. The drivers from Northern and Eastern Europe, the Norwegian on the Russian. Can Kutzkov fight back side by side as they come across the line? Kirill retakes Martinius all the way, all the time. Andrea Antonelli is skipping away. The lead 1.3 seconds over the Russian, then the Norwegian as Ashkay Bora holds P4. This time Martinius makes it stick. He goes P2. Behind him, Bora, Bertuka, Kuharczyk, Vejvat, Chimenez, Baduel, and Mflak back in P10. Kutzkov runs wide, trying to keep pace with Stensone. Will they work together? They are from different teams, but that matters little as they race back down through the chicane. They've completed 3 laps. This is the end of the 4th. Antonelli will check the gap. There is the race leader, the driver from Bologna in central Italy. 1.3 seconds ahead of the Norwegian. They come across the line. There is Antonelli back to Stensone. 1.5 seconds to be expected with Martinius making the move on Kirill last time round. Will Kirill throw it up the inside? He's too far back. Not this time. Kuharczyk in P4. There goes Flack through. It's just ahead of Kubenko, Pashovic. Eichmann's up to P12. Josh Irfan back to 13th. And not a good lap from Brando. On the podium at Adria, he's back in position number 14. The field comes swarming through the Evo Kart Challenge. Well, Bertuka in 7th, Jacopo Chimenez in 8th. As Mflak gets past Kubenko, the driver from Queensland is now in position number 9. With Eichmanns and Pashovic breathing down their neck. There goes Flack going through. Eichmanns in the fluorescent yellow helmet for Speedwear.be out of Belgium. Ian still in position 12 ahead of Irfan, the Brit who won the Maguti Trophy 7 days ago. Unlikely to repeat that effort here this afternoon. Josh back in position number 13. His teammate Christian Ho for the Baby Race Paralympic kart. He's in 23rd. Ahead of Lucas Smalek. Unfortunately, Nikita Johnson has not had a good start. He's 25th ahead of Valentin Torenkov. Matias Carvalho from Sao Paulo, Brazil, is in 27th ahead of Jesse Carrasquedo from Mexico, who rounds out the top 30. Down the inside, a big slide from Jonathan Vejvat. Goes through and picks off the first of the Evo karts. So we are now 3 laps from the end of this. The gap is 1.3 seconds. There is Ashkay Bora, Timet Kuharczyk. 5:33 is Jonathan Vejvat, the green kart. Tries the inside, tries the outside of Kuharczyk. Chimenez, Bertuka, the Evo karts who look so promising at the start of this race, but they do not have the pace to match the race leader Antonelli. Stensone though, he's trying. He's just at the fastest first sector of the entire race. The gap is down to 1.3 seconds. The fastest second sector from Martinius. The gap 1.39 seconds last time round. We check it as they come across the line. Antonelli from Italy. Can he win this race here this afternoon? 1.1 seconds. Stensone takes 0.2 of a second out of the driver from Bologna in Italy. Fastest lap, 52.922 from the Norwegian. It's getting scrappy behind Jonathan Vejvat. Is now 1 step off the podium. Kirill Kutzkov in 3rd, but there's Kuharczyk, Bora, Bertuka, Chimenez. We go back to Mflak. There's the young Australian going through. Ahead of Josh Irfan, Eichmanns, Kubenko, Filofero. The race leader, Antonelli, the gap 1.1 seconds back to Martinius. Jonathan Vejvat from Denmark, 1 spot off the podium. The gap 1.1 seconds from Antonelli. You can see Martinius is coming. They kiss 102 kilometers an hour down the straight. The gap down to 1 second, 2 laps to go. And Stensone pulls another 10th out of the Italian. Surely he will not have enough time. 2.5 kilometers remain around La Conca Muro Lechese World Circuit. Kutskov, the Russian, in P3. Bora, Vejvat, Jimenez. Kuharczyk, Bertuka, Flack and Josh Irfan rounds out the top 10. This is the penultimate lap now for Andrea Antonelli. Looks behind him, Martinez is coming, but it looks as though the Norwegian will run out of time. That early race scrap will cost the Norwegian. He is catching him. The last lap board comes out. Andrea Antonelli 1.04 seconds ahead. The gap remains the same. He won't do it. Antonelli just needs to hold on for the final 1,250 metre circuit to pick up the win here in the third round of the Supermaster Series. Stansone is trying as hard as he possibly can. He won the first round at Adria where the Paralins dominated 1, 2 and 3, but it looks as though the kart that's full of energy will win here this afternoon. The AMG Mercedes F1 protege, Andrea Antonelli from Bologna in Italy. For the team from Bergamo in Italy, the yellow flag is out at the final corner. That's the end of Stensone's chances. There's a kart that's spun. Andrea Antonelli comes across the line. He wins the third round of the Supermaster Series here at La Conca World Circuit. Stensone took half a second out of the Italian on the very final lap. Kutskov third for Russia, and Jonathan Vejvat, the Dane, misses the podium by just one position. Antonelli from Italy has won the 60cc mini final here this afternoon. He got the break at the start. He pulled away and he's broken the Paralin stranglehold on the mini kart category. Energy karts have come first and third here this afternoon. Stensone, the round one winner. It looks as though he will cement his lead in the championship and lead as we go into the next round at Sarno in Italy in 2 weeks' time. Andrea Antonelli, the Italian from Bologna, wins by half a second over Martinez Stensone, who takes another podium here this afternoon with Kirill Kutskov in P3. Jonathan Vejvat, as we see, just misses the podium. Good drive from the Dane. Kuharczyk 5, Bertuka and Jimenez. The B attack, the yellow and black karts, well, they faded at the end. They were 6th and 7th. Flack was 8th. Irfan 9, and Eichmann storms through from grid 20 to round out the top 10. So Andrea Antonelli will be delighted, the Antonelli Motorsport Energy Kart team. As he comes into pit lane, we will hear the national anthem of Italy ring out on this podium here at La Conca, the circuit that is celebrating 20 years this year. And it's the host venue once again for the WSK Supermaster Series, the third round here for this year. We wait for the drivers to come up from Parc Ferme, and we will join them on the podium. Andrea Antonelli from Italy has won. Martinez Stensone from Norway has finished second. And Kirill Kutskov makes it Energy Karts 1 and 3 here this afternoon. The podium presentation for the 60cc mini final here at La Conca Murolacese World Circuit. Stay with us. You are watching us live on WSK.IT. The podium presentation for the 60cc mini class in just a moment. Andrea. A brilliant start to our finals here this afternoon, the 60cc mini category, always providing us with brilliant racing. The Paralympic team dominated at Adria. Today it's an Energy Kart 1 and 3. We're ready to get underway with our first podium presentation here of the afternoon for the 60cc mini category. From Russia, in third place, let's hear it for Kirill Kuchkov. Second place here this afternoon for the Paralympic kart racing team from Norway, Martinia Stensone. The winner of this round of the Supermaster Series here at La Conca for Team Energy from Bologna in Italy, the winner, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. The girls to present the trophies. Third place to Kirill Kuchkov of Russia. Second place, Martinia Stensone of Norway. Il vincitore, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. As we stand by for the national anthem of Italy. The podium for the 60cc mini final here this afternoon. Third place, Kirill Kuchkov. Second, Martinia Stensone. And the winner, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. That is the podium, the junior final here at La Conca in just a moment.